All right, Sag, the wisdom of Sagittarius, I tell ya. So, from Vampire, Primal, connecting deep within, sacred dance and instinct, and then Observer from Wisdom of the Oracle. In order to tap deeper within, you're needing to take a step back and gain a different perspective on who you think you are. I mean, and that's basically it. It's like you're reintroducing yourself to yourself in a very good way. Now, Primal, like I've always said with this one, this is my going out and having a good time card, but this would be the nightlife, right? You're definitely attracting attention because you have tapped into a part of yourself and you're now allowing that to have expression out in the world. It talks about freedom of movement and expressing that through dance, right? But with Observer, this again is like taking a step back and looking at your life from a very different perspective. It says there are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged within now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. And when you do, you're expressing it. I like both of them. All right, Sag, here's your overall. The Ten of Pentacles. You know, and yeah, that would be a reason to kind of keep the wall up and keep other things out, right? With the Ten of Pentacles being the overall, we're talking about overall security and stability. You know, we could be talking about family issues, you know, money, having stability as far as that goes. But with this being the overall, my God, if I could talk right, good Christ. I can always tell when a Mercury retrograde is about to happen because it gets really bad. Oh, why? Why did I have to have it retrograde in my birth chart? Anyway, the Ten of Pentacles. This being the overall would suggest that you're needing to keep absolute security and stability. It almost has a Four of Pentacles type of feel to me when it's the overall. Now, it could be that whatever you're dealing with is going to end up being something really secure and long-lasting for you, right? It just depends here, but we'll see. Oh, boy. So, and that's perfect, right? Because that's where you want to go to, is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the past coming through. Now, when I see an ace as the past, it can suggest that some of you have taken an opportunity from the past, and this is what is happening now because of it. Now, for some of you, it may be that an opportunity is still coming through. When you're looking at the Ace of Pentacles, absolutely it can have to do with job, money, family security, stability, right? But it's the beginning of something that is going to continue the growth that you want to see. It's a beautiful opportunity, long-lasting, sustainability. Those are the things that I point out with the Ace of Pentacles, which is why it's one of my favorites. I love the Ace of Cups, sure, but that shit can drain out. The Ace of Wands, that shit can burn out, right? And this is different to me. The potential there is the Ten of Pentacles, and that's where you want to be. So, perfect, right? Do we need to flip over anymore? Oh, for good Christ's sakes. I knew I was hesitating for a reason. In the present moment, the Seven of Swords. Now, this could definitely be about some of you that are being quiet about an opportunity that you're taking advantage of. I don't think that any of you are looking to take anything from anybody or that you're purposely being deceptive. I think that, you know, if you have dealt with people like that close to you with the Ten of Pentacles, it would make sense that, you know, you're not wanting anybody to know what you're doing right now, but, you know, we'll see, right? And it may be that it's not something that you're wanting to talk about just yet because you don't know how things are going to go. You know, it just depends. You know, but one of the things that I always say when it comes to the Seven of Swords is that eventually the truth does come out, you know. But what is being kept hidden, though? What are the intentions, you know? Future conditions, the Eight of Swords, and that may be the problem. So with the Eight of Swords, this is the inability to see how you can move forward. Your own thoughts are keeping you trapped, right? And again, that's kind of where I feel like with the oracle cards that some of you already have, your own view on physical reality that hasn't been helping you, and again, right, observer needing to step back here in order to get freedom. I mean, that's basically it. Now, it could be that because of family situations, you are stuck and you can't move forward on something. That may be, information that you are keeping to yourself. That or your own thoughts are deceiving you, but I'm not looking at like the Nine of Swords here, but still, you're not able to move forward on something that could bring you long-lasting stability or security. Or, we're talking about you, keeping things from people close to you because you don't want them to know, because you just don't see how anything is possible right now involving this opportunity, right? Could be work, could be, relationships, family issues, it just depends. But some of you are feeling a lack of freedom, but hopefully we're getting past this. But I don't know, the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords, and even if you're being presented with an opportunity that looks great, if there is deception involved, I don't think that you're willing to move forward on it though either, especially if it could affect you overall. Oh, man. Wow. Your best path to follow, the Ten of Swords. And here's what I feel like. I feel like you've already been through the absolute worst. And that may be why some of you are feeling like there is no movement forward toward, this Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords is your advice. It's over. It's over and it's done with. The worst is over with. It's time to get up now. Whatever painful thing that you've been through, whatever thing happened, it's definitely over with. But something about it, and it's funny because now I'm thinking about that Nine of Wands. I don't know that some of you are ready to move forward with anything new yet, because you may be fearing that, it's not quite done with. Whatever it is, whatever negative thing that you've dealt with, because the Ten of Swords is the painful ending, something ending in a very difficult way, hitting rock bottom, falling flat on your face, right? But this is your advice. So it's like it's done with. But you can't see past that right now. And some of you may not be able to do that because you have family to consider. And you may not want to jump the gun on a new opportunity. Wow, Sag, the hell? Oh, in your environment, the Eight of Cups, yeah. So again, going back to, being offered something that isn't really on the up and up with the Eight of Cups, it's not worth it, right? Now, for some of you, you may not be talking about something that you're planning on doing or an opportunity that you may want to take, because you're still, invested in things that aren't bringing you any closer to a completion, right? With the Eight of Cups. And then the thing is too, with the Ace of Pentacles coming through, this may have looked like something really good. Whether we're talking about work, whether we're talking about relationships, your health, whatever the situation is here with the Eight of Cups, I think that in your environment, you're still considering not investing in this anymore. But I don't see it as a bad thing. And I go back to your advice. The worst is over with. It can only go up from here. But you may not see it that way because of what you have dealt with. But the Eight of Cups, right? And then again, with the Seven of Swords, whatever deception is involved, it's not something that you want to invest in anymore. You want things to be clear. You want the truth to be out there, right? You're not willing to invest in people who are willing to deceive you or, steer you in the wrong direction. Absolutely. But I also look at that Eight of Cups and think that you're being a little bit too invested in something that is long gone. It's done and it's over with. It is time to kind of move on. But I don't know that you can. Your hopes and your fears, the Hermit. And, I like that in terms of Sagittarius because, that God-given wisdom, right? But this is you, especially with Observer showing up, taking a time out here and needing to see, the bigger picture, The Hermit, though, as a fear is that you're going to continue to put yourself in isolation and refuse to take any new opportunities because you've invested in shit before that didn't exactly go the way that you had expected. Now, I still feel like the goal here is to get to a place where you feel secure with the opportunities that you take, whatever that opportunity is. The Ace of Pentacles to me is a good thing, especially with that 10 being the overall, but the problem is what you've already experienced. The Hermit, you know, needing to take a look at everything that you've experienced, everything that you've been through here. You know, what was the point? What is the bigger picture here? What do you really want? You know, what was that star for you? Because I still feel like it's very much there. It's very much there. The problem is like I said, I don't think that some of you are wanting to invest in it. And then coming out the 9 of Pentacles, you know, and I look at that as, especially with the 8 of Swords, the gilded cage, so to speak, when it comes to the 9 of Pentacles, because you're talking about somebody who feels like they have everything they need right where they're at. And with the Hermit being there, yeah. What is the point? You know, and that may be why you're needing to take a different perspective. And when you do, you get to experience that freedom with Primal. Seriously. The 9 of Pentacles, right? You know, I mean, absolutely, we're talking about independence, financial security, having everything that you need, but is it keeping you locked into place and you not wanting to experience anything new? You know? Or are you just wanting to just be left alone? Is that where security and stability lies for you? You know? And then the King of Swords. You know, in this, with the Hermit should be you. It should be you kind of like looking at things, not necessarily trying to rationalize why you're choosing to be alone, right? Which may be the case for some of you. But, you know, then again, this may be somebody that you're dealing with here. And some of you, you know, may have put the time and effort in before in the past here and may not want to do it again. Because you're having to make a difficult choice, you know, and I think that the opportunity is there, but there are some things that you are withholding. But then also, you know, if we are talking about another person, especially if it's somebody that you've invested in, you know, if their intentions aren't clear, then the choice is not that easy. I don't think that you're ignoring anything here. I just don't think it's an easy choice for you to make. But there is something that you need to see. You know, you need to see this, but I think that you're choosing not to. Now, with the King of Swords coming out, what I worry about here is that you're rationalizing to yourself why you're choosing to be alone and keep yourself in a situation where your thoughts are trapping you in, making you believe that there isn't a way forward. There isn't a way forward to get, you know, get to this place of, you know, the 10 of Pentacles. Having something be long lasting for you and absolutely secure. The only way that that's going to happen for you is if you are on your own. And I think that some of you are in that mind space right now. The 8 of Pentacles. You've put a lot of hard work and effort into what you have. Right? But you may have put in a lot of hard work and effort into something that emotionally isn't, you know, giving you that kind of fulfillment that you need. Are you seeing that? You know, are you making the difficult choices here to do something? Or, you know, is it because of unclear intentions that you just can't? But are you the one refusing to see what you need to in order to make a choice here? Is that why you're trying to rationalize being alone? Or is it that, you know, you may be dealing with somebody who's trying to present their case to you? Because I see that with him, right? But I don't know. I think that this is you. And I think it's you being a little bit emotionally removed now because of this. You know, having already been through something painful, something that didn't go exactly the way that you wanted it to, right? Why should I emotionally invest into, you know, the long lasting if all it's going to do is end up here? And I think that that may be your perspective on it, you know. And I think that this is something much deeper than, you know, just a work opportunity coming through here. I think that as far as work goes, some of you are fine financially, you're secure, you're set. But the way that you're thinking is from, a very like narrow mind almost, which may be why the oracle cards are coming up. And again, right, this is only going to be for some of you. You will know if this is you with the Ten of Swords being your advice. If you have dealt with something that was extremely painful, it is over with. But for some of you, you may not feel like it's okay or it's safe to see it that way. But that is your thought that is keeping you trapped or locked in, right? But that Ten of Pentacles is there for you. But, rather than being involved with something that may be emotionally devastating, I think that some of you are choosing to just let me be alone, and that's okay too. But if you want freedom of movement, if you want to experience something different or be a little bit more acquainted with yourself in a good way, then yeah, you're needing to take a step back to get a different perspective, because that's over with, whatever that is. And create. You have the opportunity to create something in your life, but you can't right now, right? And that's fine. You are responsible for creating your own life. And the thing is your thoughts send out a frequency. If you are on that frequency of I'm stuck, then, that is going to prevent you from being able to create something better. My God, if I could spit it out. But that's okay. That's okay. Like, I feel like I need to tell you it's okay that you're in this place right now. And this is only going to be for some of you. If you just want to be left alone for a minute, cool. Do what you got to do. But don't block out what Source is trying to bring to you. That may help you get rid of this stuck feeling. And what may help you to create something better than what you have experienced, because that's done, right? Taking shelter, uncovering treasures. I'm going to take it. Taking shelter. The answers are within, right? And some of you just need to take a minute to yourself, right? But wandering path, enjoy the journey. Our journey is rarely ever straight. There's always going to be twists and turns and everything else. But if you can look beneath the surface, you will see what lies beneath, which is great bounty. And it's uncovering yourself, uncovering treasures within you with primal, for sure, right? But you got to be willing to take the path, right? But some of you are just needing to take a minute to take some shelter, find those answers within, which, that's fine. But, you still need to be willing to take the journey, You do what you feel like is right for you. If you want to be alone right now, that's fine. But don't feel like, because what you've experienced in the past, that everything is going to be emotionally draining or devastating, because that may not be the truth in this situation. I still think that opportunity will be there for you. I don't think that it's going away. I don't think that, it's one of those things where you need to make a choice now or act on it, but don't block it out completely just yet. Do what you got to do, but be open to better opportunities.